stood out on tape to you from the Louisville game on the defensive side?
I thought we played hard. I thought we played physical, especially up front. We started to get it going later on in the first quarter, and then from there it kind of picked up. I thought we did good as a defense, man. I thought we communicated well. There's a lot of new stuff we're doing that week, just from a communication standpoint, and I thought we handled it pretty good. I thought we were able to communicate well. Linebackers help out D-line, DBs help out the linebackers. I thought it was a lot of good of that, for sure.
Was it like kind of getting back into a big-time ACC environment?
That was fun. Last week was fun. Like, for me personally, as a player, like, I love road games just because, going on the road and the crowd's against you, like, especially on defense, we don't really have to worry about the crowd noise and stuff. So for me as a defensive player, like, on the road, I love those games. So that game was huge, and I can't wait to go on the road in Stanford. Pretty sure it'll be a pretty good environment. I think this is probably my first, like, West Coast game in college football. So this is going to be fun.
How have you seen the defensive line grow throughout the course of this season, and how have you seen kind of new additions to the group really kind of make a name for themselves?
Yes, ma'am. I feel like we've from fall camp to now, like, you can see the growth, and we're still not even like reaching our full potential yet. Like our room's so deep. I think we probably have, I'm not sure how many guys play every game, but I'm pretty sure it's above 7. It's probably like 8 or 9 guys that get a good amount of snaps every game. So just like being able to do that, like I told Coach Tibbs, like this past like 3-game stretch was probably the best like rotation I've had. Just how I felt like body wise, just being in and out of the game with Cam Robinson coming in, and he's been balling out. So he's coming in, he's making plays. I'm coming back in, I'm making plays. And we got the D tackles. I think we're 8 deep at D tackle. Then we got 4 noses and 4 3-techs. So it's just like having so much depth, and then seeing how we progressed over the season, like, it's helping us. Having that depth is definitely helped us for this long season that we're about to have.
Yeah, I think it was the thing that we talked about a lot before the season started was that it's deeper D-line groups. It's going to give you, you don't have to play 60 snaps a game, that kind of thing. Are you seeing that, kind of season-wide, that you feel like you maybe a little fresher than you would have been 6 games last year?
Of course. Still want to, be able to make more plays. Like, I still feel like there's plays that I've left out there, but that's not because of the snap count thing. It's just, technicality thing. But honestly, like you said, like, being able to rotate more, it's not like I have to play 50, 60 snaps. I'm out there dead, and then out of those 60 snaps, like 15, 20 snaps of them are just me being tired, just trying to survive. So now it's like I'm playing more around probably like 40 to, sometimes I might hit around 45, but it's like more 35 to 45, and it's like I'm fresh for every single one. So Cam can come in for 25 to 30, and he's fresh for every single one. So it's like when we could balance it like that, it's great, especially inside. I think those guys go like almost 20 apiece, so it's really good.
Talking with Coach Crum yesterday, he praised your group for allowing his group to sort of get to the quarterback or stop the run in the backfield. Can you just talk about the relationship you guys have with the linebackers, just sort of that everybody eats mentality?
Yeah, of course, man. Our backers are great. Like, our backers between Kobe and Mike, Kilgore, even the guys like Brandon, you got Justin. So those guys, they're so unselfish, and even with like our preparation, like, you guys don't see it, but throughout the week, like, if we have a new call or like new things on defense, like, the linebackers are gonna make sure the D-line knows what's up. The linebackers are gonna make sure the D-line knows what we got, knows what's coming, knows the new plays, knows the new checks. So they always make sure we're good. So it's only right that on Saturdays, we're owning our gaps, we're owning our man, we're in the backfield, because that makes everything better, and it makes everybody's jobs easier from a linebacker standpoint to a corner to a safety standpoint. So us being able to eat, we know that, like, if we're not striking guys and helping out our backers, then it's gonna kind of mess up the flow of our defense. So we know, like, we got to bring it for them for sure.
It's kind of been the big point of emphasis for this, open week. What have you guys been wanting more?
Just cleaning up our mistakes. Honestly, just trying to cleaning up a lot of self-scout. Of course, we're scouting for Stanford, of course, but we'll watch the game this weekend and get more. But it's honestly been a lot of self-scout. Just what can we do better? How can we fix things that we need to be fixed? For the D-line, it's been how can we, clean up our little things to turn 3 sacks into 6 sacks in a game, to turn, so it's just little stuff like that we've been trying to really clean up. How can we stop the run a little better? So, for sure.
Have you done any scout on Stanford yet, or kind of the early ones?
Yes, sir. Yeah, their quarterback, obviously, he's ahead of the spear. He's the tip of the spear. He's a great player. O-line, a lot of great players. They got a nice rotation on the O-line. The tackles are really good. The interior guys are really good. You got a pretty nice receiver on the outside too. So they have a good team. Like, they have good coaches. You can tell they're very well coached. Their scheme is really good. So it's gonna be a good game. I look forward to that game. I like games like this. It's gonna be a good game. And like I said before, it's on the road, so even better. But they're a really good team. Quarterback's a really good player. O-line's really good. They have a really nice offense for sure.
When you go on this 3-0 run, a lot more national attention. Do you guys hear any of that, see any of that, or do you just kind of try to block it out?
I mean, of course, we see it, of course, with the social media, Instagram. As soon as you open your phone, people are gonna, say something about it. But we know, man, it's only 6 games in. Like, after 1 week, all of that could be, like down the drain if you don't bring it. So we understand, like, it is what it is. Last week happened, the rankings happened, whatever. So it's just none of that means anything if we don't come out next week and do it again. So that's really our main focus. Cleaning up this week, sharpening our tools this week, and then next week get back into our flow, our schedule that we always do, and then come on Saturday and just have fun.
Coach Lashley has made a real point of emphasis of you guys playing with passion and not emotion. You guys have played in 3 straight games where it certainly could have been emotional. How have you guys been able to play the way that Coach Lashley has wanted you to?
I think a big part of that is because our team is very like mature, and we have a lot of older guys on this team. So you have a lot of guys who played a lot of football, and we understand that games are gonna get emotional. It could get very emotional, especially when you guys are throwing swings. Like, we're throwing punches, the other team's throwing punches. We're both tired, this and that. So it could easily get emotional. And I'm pretty sure that there's some moments that it did that we, I want to have back. But for sure, it's just having a team with older guys and very mature guys. It makes it easy for us to not let our feelings get in the way of things. Because then, if I see one of my guys, he's about to, he might be a little too angry or a little too happy. Just calm him down. Hey, man, like, let's, lock in. Like, let's get focused on the game. So even at halftime, like, the talks, the conversations that we have in there, it's a very mature team, and you can see that for sure.
A couple weeks ago, during the last bye week, we talked with Coach Likens, and he kind of talked about the idea that, especially during a bye week, players can be focused on upping their game for that season, but also preparing themselves for potentially the next level. Is that anything you think about, or you're talking with Coach Tibbs about during the bye week?
Yeah, for sure. So for me personally, like, bye weeks, I like to focus on like things that, like, I know for sure that, like, I need to put on tape, and things that I know for sure that I need to get on tape for now and for the next level. So that's definitely a point of emphasis for me. Last bye week and this bye week, just trying to fix the little things that, like, I know for sure that I have to put more on tape, and that I know for sure I can't have on tape. So talking with Tibbs and just getting that feedback, and then watching it on film, and then even on the field during Indy, we have the time this week to, if I mess up a drill, I can do it 3 more times. I could do it, this is the week to do that. So that's kind of what we've been doing. Not just me, everybody in the D-line. We've been kind of knick-knacking on those little things that we know personally. Everybody has something different to work on, but this is what that week has been for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.